Hello and welcome to a new video on Total War Thrones of Britannia. This game just got released and we're going to be going into it and seeing what the new features are, should you buy it, and what the campaign is like. So we'll go click campaign and we'll go to new campaign and we'll be showing you all of the new factions that are available. So you've got English kingdoms, Welsh kingdoms, Gaelic kingdoms, the Great Viking Army and the Viking Sea Kings. Depending on who you want to play as, you can play as Mercia or Wessex for the English, and depending on what difficulty. I'm currently playing as the Scottish and trying to conquer all of Scotland, and then hopefully moving down into England. So we're going to be moving on to the multiplayer and seeing what that has to offer. So like in every other Total War game, you can play multiplayer. So you just click battles, then go to multiplayer battles. You can either join one of these or you can host one of your own name, and if you want a password you can choose a password. And I clicked cancel, didn't I? I did. So obviously you can do land battles, naval battles, coastal battles, river crossing, assault of a city, assault of a port. Settings, you can change the funds, you can change the season, you can change the time of day. So it's basically like every other Total War game when it comes to multiplayer. So I'm going to be showing you what the units look like and how much detail have gone into them. So we'll go off with some, I'm playing as Wessex. So these are what some Wessex cavalry look like. I like the detail of the shield, the armour and everything. Obviously catapults virtually the same whatever game you play. Axemen looks good. Now when it comes to people with shields, because of this era and how much shield wars were used, they've implemented it into the game. So this is what a shield wall look like, and then this is what it would look like. This is what the unit look like out of the shield wall. They've also put the units closer together instead of having them spread out further apart compared to other Total War games, because of the era that it's set in, and it makes it more look realistic, doesn't it? So with the spears, this is what their shield wall look like, and this is them out of the shield wall, and obviously shield wall again and out of. And then you've got archers at the front. So yeah, cavalry have also been changed up a little bit. They've been spread out a little bit. So when cavalry and cavalry charge together, or when a cavalry go for units, they'll go through the gaps and still kill people. So I think that's quite good what they've done overall, and the landscape is good. Like they always do good with Total War games when it comes to the art and aesthetic looks of it. So yeah, we'll go over to the grand campaign map now, and you can see what that looks like. So this is the campaign map. As you can tell, the artwork on it and the detail of it is amazing. One of the things that I do like is the fact that they've added Giant's Causeway in Ireland, and they've also added Stonehenge all the way down in England. Now let's just try to find where it is. There it is. Right, so they've added Stonehenge and they've added Giant's Causeway. Overall, the grand campaign map is good. I think they've put a lot of detail into it, and the fact that it's only the United Kingdom means they could add a lot more detail into it compared to other games where they've had to do, like in Rome Total War, where they've had to do the whole of Europe. So yeah, they've added and changed a lot of different things in the campaign. So they've changed the way that food is used. So I am currently on +11 food, but that's during the summer month. Obviously there's spring, summer, autumn and winter. Winter is the harshest one of all. Whole of Scotland virtually is covered in snow, and my armies do suffer from the cold and the fact that there will not be a lot of food there. So you need to balance between your army and how much food you are willing to lose, or how much food you want. There is also supplies that are added into the game. So obviously I've got an alert up here saying that one of my armies is running low on supplies, and supplies dictates on how far and how fast your army moves through territories, and also replenishes troop number. So I'm on low supplies. The way you can fix that is by going to here. This is your general page, and you've got followers. Followers have always been in the game, but they've changed the name and how they act now. So the way to get better supplies is going through the quartermaster tree. So at the beginning he doesn't give you anything to do with supplies, but as soon as you move up to the second one, and then the third, then the fourth, and then the fifth, it gives you more. It benefits your army, and it benefits of how fast they can mobilize and stuff like that. Obviously the scribe, if you've got governors and your king is governor province, will also help bring in money. Forager will also help bring in more food. So depending on your play style and what's happening on the map at the time, you will need to adjust these accordingly. There are now wives that you can choose from. So there's always been family tree, like you get to see your son's been born and he becomes a general and stuff like that. But you actually get to choose your wife. So I do believe I've got one man that is not married, I think. Yeah, I do. So I can seek for a wife. Now, wives do play a role in these. Not only to give you heirs, but also they can influence you. So this one can give me +2 influence and then -1 loyalty. You can obviously turn her down, or you can turn her down, or you can take her hand in marriage. So for this one, we'll take her hand in marriage. As a king, you can also arrange marriages to stronger your alliance. So if I want to make an alliance with another Scottish faction or an English faction, I can arrange that through marriage. There will also be times when they come to you just out of love and they want to seek your approval, but you've also got to decide that the pros and cons that the game will give you. Technology has also changed. So technology tree is up here, or you can press 6. So there's military and civic. I've gone down the military route, and just like any other Total War game, the military one helps your army become better fighters and gives them better equipment and better happiness or something along those lines. Civic duty is stuff to do with home. So obviously I've gone into the military one, but I can also go into agriculture, leadership and stuff like that to better my campaign during the civic role. Now that I've added in so you can choose who governs a province. So this area here is all of a province. So this, and then that's a province, and then this is a province. So if I go to this, then go to, nope, not this one. So if I go click on this one, then go to here. This is my governor for the province. You can also choose, you can also go through here, and this will go back to followers and the items that are used. Loyalty, he's good with loyalty. In influence, he's good with influence. He's got his wife of 24 years old. You can also plot to kill your wife or divorce her, or you can also plot to kill your governors if they're doing such a shit job. But these repercussions, you'll have repercussions during the later game. Armies are slightly different, where you can recruit from anywhere in the map. So we'll go back into this here. So these units replenish. So if I want to get a new unit, I go to here. And currently I've got no units available because I don't have any money. So the left number is how many units you can recruit out of 9. So I can recruit 5 of them out of 9. So I've already got 2 in my army. These will replenish over time. But when you recruit a unit, they will come into your army like this with half health or lower than half health. And instead of waiting maybe 1 or 2 turns for them to be made, they will be automatically in your army, but they will be on low health. So you can make a quick reaction force to take out any enemy invaders, but you've got to weigh the consequences of that. You may lose them because they're not at full strength. A new aspect of what they've made is also settlements. So major settlements like this one and this one will always have a garrison there, but smaller settlements like this church or this farm, well, that's a mine, but mines and farms and churches won't have a garrison. So a unit that has got 2 units in, can easily come and take this church, and then they can regroup and make more men from this area. So you need to make sure that you are keeping an army nearby, or you can put an army in each settlement, but that's going to become very expensive very fast. So it's all about how you want to play it. So for the Grand Campaign map, I like the stuff that they've added, and I think it adds a new learning curve to the game that you need to become more aware of. So I'm enjoying the game at the moment. So if you are looking for a strategy game and you are into Total War games and you're not too sure whether to buy this one, I would recommend that you do. It's only £30 and it's only a 5.8 gig download. So thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more Total War videos, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.